Let me look. I mean, Tennessee, I know it's Williamson County in Nashville. I think it's one of the wealthiest counties in the nation, but as a state, let me look at the average income. The average household income in Tennessee is saying is 90,000. All right, that's average. Let's look at median. Okay, yeah, median income in Tennessee. Okay, 64,000. Yeah. Well, y'all can look. Y'all. Anyways, Arkansas 5.9% as far as annual change in home price. And their houses were selling for 250,000. South Carolina 9.4% was a change, but their sale price was 370,000. Montana, I would have never guessed Montana wouldn't make the list, but I believe people were moving from California over into Montana, maybe even Vegas over to Montana. I believe that was one of the places that the California mass exodus people, I believe, were going. I remember seeing something about that, how there was a small town, I believe it was Montana. It's Montana or Wyoming, one of those states over there in the Northwest. And then they just built like all these homes like right in front of like this bar or something crazy. And then the people who work at that bar can't afford the homes. They're like directly across the street or something insane. There's a lot of, I believe, wealthy people living there. All right, Montana, 3.8% is how much their annual change in home prices, and then $535,000 on here. So even though they're saying Memphis, Tennessee has the highest overvalue, so over $500,000 that the median sales price is in March 2024 for Montana. And Alabama, 4.3%, $272,000. I would have not guessed the South would have been where we're seeing home prices being overvalued. But when you think about it, the South, known for just being cheaper in general, not cheaper, but I don't want to use the word cheaper. Compared to other parts of the country, things don't cost as much. There we go. But there should be a word should be used better than cheaper for that whole phrase. But since things don't cost as much in the South, during the pandemic, a lot of people were moving from some of these higher cost of living areas and moving to the South, mainly Florida and Texas. But my guess is some people ended up going. I understand Tennessee as well, Florida, Texas, and Tennessee. But I guess Arkansas, South Carolina, and Alabama got some of that spillover as well. And then people are, in short, taking their equity that they had in their home in these higher cost of living areas and bringing that money, right? It comes with them, right? When they sell their home to these lower cost of living areas. And then thus, as you can probably see, the quote unquote overvalue situation occurring, because people say, well, I got the money. I mean, my house was double. I'm paying 50%, a quarter off of what I was paying, and I'm getting more land and more space in my house as far as square footage, things of that nature. So people, I might be overpaying or overvaluing the house, but it's still less than what I was originally paying. That's a lot of people's mindset when they're moving to different parts of the country where the cost of living is lower. Most overvalued metro area in the U.S. Fitch ranked the 50 most populous metropolitan areas in the U.S. by how much they were deemed to be overvalued. Among the 50 most populated metro areas, home prices were most overvalued in Memphis, Tennessee, Buffalo, Chautauqua, Niagara Falls in New York, so Niagara Falls, Buffalo, and Indianapolis, Carmel, Anderson, and these are different. I'm thinking like, this is one place? There we go. So Buffalo, Chautauqua, Niagara Falls in New York, and then Indianapolis, Carmel, and Anderson in Indiana, Fitch said. Home prices were higher than the average long-term averages in those areas due to high demand as well as rise in rents. I had an old coworker in my last position. Her and her husband bought a house in Buffalo. What are the chances? Here's the top 5 places where we see this increase. Metro area annual change in home prices. Memphis, Tennessee, 1.3%. So Memphis, Tennessee they said ranked the highest for being overvalued, but they're saying that the annual change in home prices went down. Median sales price in March 2024 for Memphis, Tennessee was $172,000. Buffalo, Chautauqua, Niagara Falls, 177 and a 4.5% annual change in home price. Indianapolis, Carmel, Anderson, 6.2% annual home price increase. 240,000. Man, I wish Maryland had any of these numbers on the screen. 172, 177. probably parts in Baltimore, but it's probably a damn crack house. Anyways, Milwaukee, 5.9% increase, 185,000 for the house. In the Nashville area, speaking of Nashville, Frank, talking about it, 1.1%, then 474,000. To be sure, home prices in Memphis were down. To be sure, home prices in Memphis were down 1.3% from a year earlier based on Fitch's analysis, but home valuations had still risen over the previous 5 years. The median sale price of a home in the metro area was 172,000 March 2024. This is according from Redfin. In the current environment of high rates and high prices is here to stay. Yes, anyone could have told you that, at least for the time being. I mean, what if the market goes down? Is that a good thing? Like if the market goes down, people will start losing their job, losing houses. In short, the 2008 situation, that wouldn't be a good thing, right? We don't want people to lose like their jobs en masse, right? We don't want people to be defaulting on their mortgages, right? Having foreclosures. We don't want that to occur en masse, right? That's not good when people go through those situations. Right? High mortgage and rates and bidding wars make homeownership unaffordable for many Americans. Home buyers today would need to earn more than 100K to afford monthly housing costs and a median price. And 100K is the minimum. They need to earn more than 100K is the minimum. And two people working full time with no children should bring. I wouldn't say bringing 100K easy because I don't know every single state, but you should be able to bring 100K in relatively easy. And these metropolitan areas, that should be nothing but two people working. It should be nothing but one person working, but don't put too much pressure on people. I don't want everybody to get upset. We already talked about how Gen Z was crying and everything about when it came to taxes. Was it 25% of them was crying about the thought of taxes, and that hadn't happened yet? Anyways, two people working 100K should not be a hard feat. Again, we always talk about this. No one wants to talk about the debt being the reason that people are struggling, not mortgage. I mean, people trying to get a mortgage, right? So we're not talking about mortgage debt in this situation, but people struggling due to their debt and not able to save. And then if you do want to get the loan, right, your DTI is too high. And then again, not being able to pay down your debt. So you got high credit utilization. And so your credit is trash as far as your credit score. With the Federal Reserve not likely to cut interest rates in the immediate term, I thought they were going to cut interest rates. I thought going out of 2023, going into 2024, the internet was saying interest rates are going to get lower this year. Don't try to predict the market. The exceptionally low mortgage rates of the pandemic are now a thing of the past. Duh. Fitch said, as a result, consumers are recalibrating their housing market expectations to align with the new norm of higher mortgage rates and home prices. See, mortgage rates are higher than what they were during the pandemic, that 2-3% range that we were seeing, but they're not high, right? I mean, someone who was paying mortgages for people, I was paying the mortgages in 2012, that 5-7% range, there's nothing wrong with that. I mean, I believe that's what the median is in the 6% range over time. I mean, all time.